Joy Lab.
Hi, I'm Tonya. Our family likes chicken soft tacos, and sometimes we have too many for too many days in a row and we're done with chicken soft tacos. So I have to come up with other ways to use the pieces. What I'm going to show you how to do today is take the leftovers from chicken soft tacos and make 7-layer dip that you can put in the freezer and pull out when you have company or you have a potluck that you're going to, and it'll be just wonderful. So here's the pieces of the 7 layers. We have our Spanish rice, our pinto beans, the chicken, cheese, salsa, sour cream, and green onions. The only thing is the chicken is too big. The pieces are too big, so I'm going to need to dice that chicken a little smaller because this is fine in a tortilla with your teeth, but if you're dragging a tortilla chip and through this, it would just break the tortilla chip and then you'd be really sad. So let me just dice that up a little bit. You'll find many different versions of 7-layer dip out there. You've probably made your own, or your mother has made it, or you've been to somebody's house and they've had it, or you've been to a tailgate party and they've had 7-layer dip. So really, it's not something that you could ever make a mistake. Put whatever it is that you like, whatever it is that your family likes, and instead of tossing it all together like a salad, put it in layers and call it 7-layer dip, and they'll be so excited. We'll put our rice down first. And with 7-layer dip, the dimensions don't matter. It just has to be enough to create those layers. The rice is good as a base. Well, because it's a starch, it almost has a cement-like feel to it. You can almost spread it and mold it and get it just the way you need it. All right, next comes my beans. And you see the beans are in a sauce, and I like the sauce, but I don't want it too saucy. So I'm using a slotted spoon to drip out some of the sauce. But it does not have to be perfect. For me, I just don't want our dip to be soupy. That's too runny. It's all about you and your family and your preferences. Now, if you were going to take this directly to a party and not do it as a freezer meal, then you would want to put this in a glass container because it looks really nice on the sides, seeing the different layers. Yeah, I think that's good enough. All right, next comes our chicken. You have the nice variety of color. The light red in the rice, the dark red, brown in the beans, and now this kind of yellowish look in the chicken. Now, typically when you do freezer meals, sour cream by itself does not freeze well. It gets kind of crystallized. Kind of like if ice cream melts and then freezes again, sour cream can get kind of crystally. But when it's in something else, you don't notice that. I kind of wish I had more sour cream, because the white looks nice and the flavor of the sour cream, the tang, is a really good contrast to what we already have here. But I don't, and the point of this freezer meal is to reuse something that's just going to go to waste. Not bad. Covers it pretty well. Salsa comes next. Now remember that when people do chips and salsa, it's always just chips and just salsa. So don't be stingy with the salsa. People will expect that in this 7-layer dip. Otherwise the chips just won't be right. Tortilla chips and not enough salsa taste. It looks nice, doesn't it? And you have to have lots of cheese. Since it's in a metal container, people won't know what it is because it's buried in the cheese. So you'll have to make sure that you either make a little card, a little sign, and put it by your dish if it's a potluck, and you could even tell them what the layers are. Some people think maybe there's guacamole in there and they are allergic to avocados. They would miss out. They wouldn't be able to eat this because they would think that possibly there's guacamole. Some people think maybe there's black olives in there and they don't like black olives. If I had them, I'd put both of those things in and it would be a 9-layer dip. And these green onions serve 2 purposes. One for some color and some contrast with the orange. And then the second, when we're doing the freezer meal, often the foil will stick to the cheese that's on the top layer. And now with these little green onions, it helps keep the foil off of the cheese. All right, I'll get my foil and we'll wrap this and freeze it. Okay, it's my 7-layer dip. It would be my 9 if I had black olives and guacamole in it too. 7 plus 2 is 9. 7-layer dip, thaw, and then you can either serve it warm or serve it room temperature. So that's all I'm going to write. And so if I want to serve it warm, that would have to be if everyone was going to eat it at the same time. Like if I was serving this with dinner, then I would do it warm. Other than that, it's best at room temperature with tortilla chips. There we go, 7-layer dip. My name is Tonya. Let me know what you put in your 7-layer dip. Maybe it's a 9-layer dip, maybe it's a 5-layer dip. Let us know below and let us know how it worked for you to freeze it. And if you want more information about freezer meals, click on the link below. Bye-bye.
Joy Lab. Learning done right.